What are dark secrets about the porn industry that people should know? They recruit young women and teens from troubled homes or rebelling against their parents. They lure them in with money and the ability to live free and do what they want. All they have to do is some amateur porn. Once away from friends and family, they are put in a house with other young women in the industry and given a room. They bond and go to shoots or whatever. They get paid a lot and they love it. Some get hooked on drugs. Almost all have bad experiences. The person who owns the house they live in takes a cut of everything. It's all a bunch of teen girls, so it's not a very clean place. The turnover rate is astounding as well. It's a miracle essentially if you last longer than 4 months without a mental breakdown or going home and never returning. Edit. Not all girls/guys/people who go into porn, amateur or otherwise, come from bad homes. Though 40% of porn actresses report being molested as children. It's not indicative of the industry or the people employed within. Not sure if it's been said yet, but the outdoor or public scenes require permits to shoot. 80% of the time the crew shows up with a police scanner and cheeses it before the cops show up. Edit. Yes folks, there's worse out there than evading paperwork filing costs in the porn industry, but when posting initially I really expected this to be overlooked. Also, cheese it is an outdated term apparently. That some companies like Girls Do Porn systematically trick/coerce young women into porn. Left square bracket. Source r/armor/comment/e4wni0/i blank and blank a blank victim blank off blank for said blank pornography blank b blank slash. Hot Girls Wanted, produced by Rashida Jones, explores most of the seedy practices discussed in here. A lot of actors takes a lot of drugs. Like a lot. Plus basically every male actor gets erectile dysfunction after being in the business for so long as they are pumped up on Viagra. Many of the 18-year porn stars were recruited when they were 16 or 17. 1. Amateur/homemade 18y/ovids are likely not 18. 2. The industry gives no shits about protecting minors. If it were legal they'd go as low as they could. C. Japan. Color Climax. Traci Lords. Traci Lords' case is especially despicable due to all the hate she received. When it came out she was 16 in her vids and 14 in her pinups, as well as the fact that in 1987 they made a porn film about her sexual exploitation. 3. Pornhub specifically makes it especially difficult to get minors taken down from the site, even if you report multiple times. Several famous minors are actually recommended search terms. 4. Not really the industry, but whenever there's a high profile rape in the news the victim's name becomes a popular search terms on all sites. The whole tons of Viagra thing is absolutely true, and so is the bit about casting directors playing fast and loose with STDs. I have a friend that once turned down a shoot for a gay porn at a campground because none of the actors were required to be tested beforehand. A few of them ended up contracting HIV from that shoot. James Dean, the famous porn star who made a killing by looking like an authentic genuine dude, is a rapist according to several Costas and his ex-girlfriend Stoya. But the porn industry didn't get a Me Too movement, so he's still in porn and Stoya isn't. And it wasn't even a flipping secret. Edit. Apparently she's still doing porn, just on her own platform at zaraspaces.com. Great. After reading these comments I can no longer watch porn. Thanks boys. I know a girl who did some porn, and she started doing it when she was only a teenager, except all her porn videos were labeled 18+. Edit. She started doing porn at 16, and they just lied and said she was 18+ in her videos, even though she was underage. If you have any 80s VHS tapes of Traci Lords you could potentially be in possession of child pornography. She used fake identification and was 16 when she began filming, and may have even been as young as 15. Some girls are tricked into filming the video. They are promised to do some modeling, and when they arrive they find out that it's more than just a few pictures. Porn is a big human trafficking industry. Nowhere near as rampant and dangerous as child trafficking, but it's still very active. A lot of the 18-year-olds in the porn industry probably were in it when they were younger too. Oh, I also used to drive some exotic dancers 2 or 3 cities to do regular doctor appointments. They never felt safe going local because they always get recognized and people get creepy. Not sure if that counts as porn industry, but I'd imagine the same rules apply. The grooming and locking. If you've never heard of locking, it's basically when a group of girls doing porn are living together, typically, and they are pressured to spend their money by producers who claim to be their friends. The goal here is to diminish any sort of saving money thought process, and they make it out like the money will never stop coming. This keeps them broke and making doing more shoots. Edit. Just wanted to say thanks for the upvotes. Hopefully this will be top comment so more awareness gets out. Grooming doesn't stop because they made a few videos. Child actors from Thailand. The financial structures of the business are remarkable. The amount of money flowing through the industry is huge beyond comprehension, but in the end it ends up in just a few pockets. Companies behind large tube sites are earning the bulk of the money, taking revenue from advertisements, memberships, and producing studios who pay tube sites so said tube sites feature their films on the homepage. In the meanwhile, those producers suffer heavily from the terabytes of pirated content which is uploaded daily. Tube sites often refuse to take responsibility for illegal content, said pirated content, but also child porn, human trafficking, rape, etc. Stating that they are only a platform and that they cannot be held accountable for what individual users upload. Lately there was quite some uproar about the girls do porn videos. A number of girls appearing in those videos stated that they were drugged and then forced to do things that they would have never agreed on. While this case was in court, some tube sites refused to take those videos offline, while users still uploaded those. In the last few months, there have been several shocking cases of sex trafficking and child rape films that were hosted on Pornhub. A 15-year-old girl who had been missing for a year was finally found after her mother was tipped off that her daughter was being featured in videos on the site. 58 such videos of her rape and sexual abuse were discovered on Pornhub. Her trafficker, who was seen in the videos raping the child, was identified using surveillance footage of him at a 7-Eleven where he was spotted with his victim. He is now facing a felony charge. Also in recent news was the case of 22 women who were deceived and coerced by Michael Pratt, owner of Girls Do Porn, into performing sex acts on film that were subsequently uploaded to Pornhub. These women sued Girls Do Porn and the owner a $12.7 million lawsuit against the company. According to a federal indictment, Pratt and his co-conspirators produced film child rape and sexual abuse content and trafficked a minor. Pratt reportedly fled the United States for New Zealand and is currently wanted on a federal warrant. But there are other individuals who should also be wanted by law enforcement. CEO Ferris Hinton and COO David Tassilo of Minjik, the company that owns Pornhub. This is just one story. Victims of Pornhub/Minjik in the media. Rose Kalemba, 14 years old, raped, and videos uploaded to Pornhub for months. 15 years old rape and sex trafficking victim found in 58 Pornhub videos. Pornhub verified 15 years old sex trafficking and rape victim. 14 years old victim from Palo Alto, California raped, and videos uploaded to Pornhub. Internet Watch Foundation confirmed 118 cases of child rape on Pornhub. The Sunday Times investigation found dozens of illegal abuse videos in minutes. PayPal cuts off service to Pornhub amid evidence of child rape and sexual abuse on site. 22 sex trafficking victims on Pornhub partner channel Girls Do Porn. Girls Do Porn sex trafficking ring, a partner channel on Pornhub with 784,000 subscribers. US federal indictment for sex trafficking and child pornography. Nicola Demando of New York sentenced to life in prison after killing attacker who sexually abused her and uploaded videos of her sexual assaults to Pornhub. 14 rape victims of Taiwan's Justin Lee had their sexual assaults and rape videos on Pornhub. Edit. 7F5 KTM me. The dressing room trash cans are full of empty disposable enemas and it smells like farts and sadness in there. A trafficked 15-year-old was found on Pornhub. Almost 100 videos. She was verified by Pornhub while trafficked. They, mainly Pornhub, but most sites do it, turn a blind eye to human trafficking because that brings in over 1/3 of their profits through these homemade videos. Also, there was a petition to get Pornhub taken down for this. A lot of girls get trafficked into porn, or they are coerced into rougher/fetishized scenes that they are uncomfortable with but feel they have to perform because they are unsafe, and in some cases, they aren't even able to say their safe words. There is a lot of drugs and violence involved. Actresses may be offered drugs like Xanax before a scene, and some have been asked to eat apples so that they can vomit on screen. Injuries may occur, including the woman who left a rough BJ scene and had burst a blood vessel in her eye due to the nature of the shoot. There is plenty more horror stories online. A lot of the time child pornography slips through the cracks. More often than not, those girls that look 14, 16 are actually within that age range, but nobody questions it because age checks don't happen often. So next time you're spanking your bacon to some petite flat-chested teen barely legal crap, think twice before you nut. That may be a child. It was once legal in some countries to use children. Like and subscribe for more videos.